With Aimsio's compliance add-on, accounts can validate their employee certifications and provide an optional process for staff to submit their credentials electronically. Keep track of expired certifications to ensure only fully compliant employees are dispatched. The Compliance Dashboard gives administrators a high-level overview of the compliance level of their organization. Employees that have been identified as requiring a certification will be sorted into 3 status tabs on your dashboard. Once Aimsio has tagged an employee, they will be listed in the Not Certified tab. Employees will appear here if they've never had a certification approved or if their previous certification has expired. The Awaiting Review tab will list tagged employees that have submitted their credentials electronically through Aimsio. Employees that have had their certifications approved will be listed in the Certified tab until their certification expires. Filters on the left of the dashboard can help administrators quickly identify specific employees or certifications in any of the 3 status tabs. Filters that are used frequently can be pinned for ease of access in the future. Before any certification can be approved, it needs to be created in Aimsio first. All certifications are managed from the Configuration tab. To create a new certification, click the New button on the far right. Administrators will need to input details relating to the certification, including the name, description, and start date. The effective start date is the date Aimsio will start identifying employees as not certified. This date is not related to the expiry of a certification and is strictly used internally to begin the approval process. Administrators will need to select one of 2 certification types and at least 1 verification method before saving. The certification type cannot be changed once created. Selecting certificate typically implies that the employee is earning their certification off-site. An employee would demonstrate their credentials by providing a document directly to administrators, or uploading it through Aimsio. If your company is the one providing the source material to review, they can choose Document and upload a document into Aimsio first. Employees would then fetch and review the document themselves. They can be responsible for completing and uploading the document back, or simply signing off on the retrieval. When the digital signature verification method is checked, an e-signature will be required before the certification can be approved. Aimsio will provide a field for signing. When documentation upload is checked, supporting documentation, like an image or PDF file of credentials, will need to be uploaded into Aimsio before the certification can be approved. Most certifications in Aimsio will only apply to certain employees, and specific criteria will be set to identify those employees. If the certification will be mandatory for all employees, check the company-wide checkbox, and Aimsio will automatically tag every employee in your account. Accounts can choose whether employees need to be certified by a set number of days in advance of their dispatch assignment, or by a specific date in the calendar. If the employees are not certified by the required date, they'll show as overdue in the compliance dashboard. Admins have the option to select a specific expiry date, but this can also be adjusted at the time the certification is approved. Before any certification can be approved, at least 1 reviewer must be assigned. Reviewers are a list of users who are authorized to approve or reject a certification submission, as well as upload credentials on an employee's behalf. Select 1 or more names from the list on the left and move them into the authorized list on the right. Aimsio continuously monitors employee records and can deliver an SMS notification to to remind employees that their certification is set to expire. To include a reminder, click the New Reminder button and select the time in which a notification should be sent by setting the number of days prior to expiry. More than one reminder can be issued for the same certification. Certifications are assignable using the trades, clients, or areas that exist in your Aimsio account. Once a certification is saved, Aimsio will use that criteria to match employees with the certification. Any certification that is not marked as company-wide will direct admins to set the parameters Aimsio will use to identify employees. Admins can match any or all of the criteria found on the Assignments tab. To assign one or more trades, select them from the list on the left and use the arrow buttons to move the trade into the required box on the right. While it's possible to select more than one trade, it's only possible to assign one trade to an employee at a time. Multiple trade requirements are generally used to target different types of employees for the same certification. Client criteria is a retroactive approach. Employees must already be dispatched to a job for a selected client before Aimsio can determine whether they need the certification. If criteria includes more than one client, employees would need to be dispatched to a job for either client or both clients, depending on your matching criteria settings. Area criteria can be used to target employees that may not be related by trade. Unlike trades, it's possible to assign multiple areas to an employee profile. Areas are managed in your master data location settings. Unique locations can be created if accounts need more flexibility when matching certifications with employees. There are two approaches to approve a certification on behalf of an employee. If employees submit their credentials directly, outside of Aimsio, administrators can handle the process themselves by uploading those credentials to the employee's profile from the compliance dashboard. Before any certification can be approved, all employees must have a user account linked to their employee profile. Any attempt to certify an employee without a linked user account will result in an error. Navigate to the Employees page in your master data settings. Locate an employee without a linked user account, and either convert that employee to a user or edit their profile and link an existing account. Locate an employee in the Not Certified tab. Use the Action button to the left of the employee's name and select Acknowledge. A window will appear allowing you to adjust the date the credentials were submitted and the date the certification will expire. You'll either be required to upload credentials by selecting a file on your device or digitally signing on behalf of the employee. Once the certification is approved, the employee will move to the Certified tab. If you'll be reviewing user-submitted credentials, locate any pending submissions in the Awaiting Review tab. Click the Action button and select Review. Verify the user's uploaded files or signature and click the Verify button on the bottom right. If users are submitting their own compliance credentials, they'll need to do so by accessing Aimsio via the web. Aimsio's web portal can be accessed by using a computer or mobile device, but credentials cannot be submitted through Aimsio's iOS or Android app. Administrators can notify users to upload their credentials by selecting the relevant users and clicking the Notify Selected button on the right. After including a custom message, an SMS notification will be delivered to the employees, reminding them to log into Aimsio to submit their credentials. When the user logs in and navigates to the compliance page, they'll see additional tabs along the top. The My Status tab will provide an overview of their compliance status, including any recent activity in the newsfeed. The My Certifications tab will list all the user's active certifications. Click on any of the certifications to review documents related to the approval, as well as the expiry. To submit credentials, navigate to the Get Certified tab. Click on any certification to open a window that lets users send in their credentials for approval. Clicking the Submit button will route their submission for review. After a certification has been saved, it can be linked to a job. Locate and edit a job to bring up the details of the project. Scroll down to the bottom of the job form to a section named Certifications. Use the drop-down menu to bring up a list of your active certifications. Choose all that apply for the current job. Be sure to save the job form when finished. Aimsio's Dispatch module can leverage your compliance configuration to ensure certified employees are available to select for assignment. First, navigate to Aimsio's Dispatch job board. Locate the resource menu located on the left and check the box marked Compliant to filter your list of employees. Optionally, select a job to identify employees that have certifications related to a specific job. Employees that are not compliant will appear grayed out. This indicates that they either do not have all certifications as required by your compliance configuration, or they do not have the specific certifications related to the selected job. Some employees may appear as compliant, despite not having any certification records. If your compliance configuration has not tagged an employee as requiring certification, then the system will treat that employee as compliant. To learn more about our compliance and dispatch features, be sure to visit our help center at support.aimsio.com.